Hello, and welcome to another update video about BTC. So on the Bitcoin chart, not much changed throughout the day. So Bitcoin is just sort of consolidating up there. We have to be very much on high alert and have to check the micro count here frequently. That's why I'm observing the micro count in so much detail at the moment up here, because we're now at a key pivot point, a decision point. So while an extension higher is of course still possible, if the market isn't able to put in another high above yesterday's high, and if the rallies are corrective and we see a first impulse to the downside, then this would have to put us on high alert that we are already in wave 2. So in the wave 2, that would be ideal. I mean, at some point we need to do that deeper pullback in a wave 2. Would be an amazing setup for higher in a third wave rally. This wave 2 would probably go quite deep, or it can do at least. Again, as I said before, it will mean that people will say the bear market is back and people will get all emotional and stuff. Whereas I have to say the bull market is super solid above the $27,290 level. Yeah, there's nothing bearish about the chart as long as we're holding that level. Of course, markets can change, context can change, and Elliott Wave allows us to understand when that's the case. And it will be the case below 27,290. I mean, obviously, as we get close to that level, it will already mean, oops, we have to be on the side of caution. And if that level breaks, it will definitely increase the probabilities for a more bearish outcome. But that's the level against which we have to measure basically our risk for continuation of the bull market. Yeah, below that level, after these 5 waves that have developed off the 11th of September low, I mean, we have to consider it can drop that much. What is that? That means from the current price, roughly, we're talking here about 25-26%. So overall, I mean, the standard FIBs for a wave 2 are between the 38.2 FIB level. Sometimes Bitcoin's pullbacks in wave 2s are very shallow, only like 12 to 13%, all the way up to around about 26%. That is normal volatility in crypto. We're not talking about dividend stocks. We're not talking about your savings account where you get some interest payments. No, we're talking here about crypto where emotions are just not allowed in a deep pullback. It's just part of crypto. So you shouldn't get all emotional about it. We need to expect that pullback. Doesn't mean it has to happen yet. We're still in a situation where the market can move higher. I showed you in the earlier video today 2 possible wave counts, how we can still push higher. The thing is, that's what I mean with observing the micro. This is a 3-wave rally at the moment, okay? So I'm highlighting to you that this move down looked quite impulsive and the recovery is currently only corrective. So, I mean, it's possible that we're just putting an ABC in here in wave 4. This is a C wave is actually unlikely. It doesn't really fit in. So those are the 2 wave counts in which continuation higher is possible. Obviously, it could be that this wave 4 bottomed here yesterday and this is some kind of an ending diagonal in wave 5. That's just what makes it so tricky. But if we now see an impulsive break below 25,860, that would certainly put more probabilities towards the scenario that we're already in wave 2. Because this blue wave 4 is already quite deep. So ideally, we're moving up from here further in wave 5. If we come down in wave C of 4, which would be another way of how Bitcoin could extend the current rally, then this should be an impulse down, okay? But this is something different. So it could turn into a WXY overall. You never know. You never know. But certainly, obviously we have reached minimum targets for this uptrend. So it just means we have to be on the side of caution. Have to understand what is our risk like, things like that. So just be aware that we are here close to a situation where a top could occur. Yeah, maybe we go a little higher. Maybe we even touch 40K. Maybe even stretch out all the way to 43K. I mean, between 38 and 43K, that's the ideal target area, the ideal FIB range that I showed you on the daily chart. So we need to be ready for that potentially, okay? But I'm observing the microstructure here, and that can change in an instant. So when I make a video, tell you what my view is at the moment, that might change because we're dealing here with a microstructure. Because there is not much more to say. I mean, literally, the requirements for this white wave 1 to the upside have been fulfilled. So a pullback gets increasingly likely. Doesn't mean it has started yet, but the thing is, the rally here is only corrective. So that can change into something more bullish. I can really only describe what I see right now. And that definitely means it keeps us on our toes, okay? So we have to be very much on high alert for a crash. At the same time, it is possible, especially in the blue wave count, to get here one more extension higher, because the rally that we've had yesterday, if we try to put that into the wave structure, it's only really a 3-wave move. So yeah, I mean, there are always ways how we can understand it as complete. I mentioned to you, if we reach 37,600, I think it was, I will start to call that requirement complete for wave 5 of 1. But that doesn't change the fact that this was only a 3-wave rally. So sometimes when we have very overheated markets, especially in crypto, those last waves, they might occur, but we might just not see them because they're hidden in the in the candle, okay? And also we're talking about a very small wave degree here. So just be aware that now the expectations to the upside have been fulfilled, and we have to be ready for any pullback while the trend is still up though. So extensions possible, but that's always the tricky situation when we are arriving at a key pivot. Similar situation we had on the SPX now. We're obviously covering the SPX in our daily video updates in the stocks and S&P 500 service, where also we had a significant rally over the last couple of weeks. We fulfilled minimum expectations, but then also just tracked support, and I highlighted we're watching for a pullback. And that happened now, I think. So also similar situation where we just need to be very mindful that at any point this could occur. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.